This is Tanks Vlog for August 19th, 2018, wrapping up today in sports in a horrific, horrendous, horrible, awful, terrible, torturous season for the Mets. There's been one big bright spot, and that is Jacob deGrom. And finally, deGrom's hard work is starting to pay off as he won his third straight game on Saturday, throwing a complete game as the Mets beat the Phillies 3-1. I mean, deGrom was masterful again. The only run he allowed was unearned. His ERA is now 1.71, lowest in all the majors. I mean, he's just been terrific. I mean, what else can you say about Jacob deGrom? He's 8-7. His record should probably be 17-3. I mean, he's just been unbelievable, brilliant, and even the rain couldn't stop him today. I mean, I was worried. The Mets scored that run in the fourth inning, and then the rains came. But fortunately, the shower passed quickly in Philadelphia, and the Mets were able to get back out there and get deGrom back out there, and he continued to frustrate the Phillies. And the Mets got a big win today. I mean, that's all the Mets have right now is hope Thor pitches better than he did Friday. Hope Zach Wheeler continues to show the improvement, and deGrom pitches good enough the rest of the way to win the Cy Young. That's all there is now. The loss wasn't too costly for the Phillies. They are the top wildcard team, and they don't lose any ground, as the Braves blew a game late and lost to the Colorado Rockies on a LeMahieu home run, 5-3 at SunTrust Park. What's interesting, though, is the second wild card in the National League is now the St. Louis Cardinals. Since making a managerial change, since Mike Shildt took over from Mike Matheny, it's been night and day for the Redbirds. 21-10 since the managerial switch. Hello? You see, sometimes managers suck, and you gotta fire them. And when you fire them, you wake the team up. What a concept! And since Shilt's taken over, it's been just aces high for the Cardinals, as they're 21-10 since the change, and they jumped over the Brewers into the second spot. And the Brewers, what the hell? I mean, this is a team that was leading the Central most of the first half, and they've just like I'm not a beer drinker. I've had maybe a few, like 4 or 5 in my life. But I know one thing. There's a thing called skunky beer. And right now, the Brewers are playing like skunky beer. Roll out the barrels. You're rolling down the hill. The Brewers are fading like they did last year this time. I guess the Brewers will always brew. And they lost Saturday 7-2. Amazing. And the Rockies are also in the race. They're only a half game back. And so are the Dodgers. And the Dodgers, what a strange game that was. Dodgers playing a night game. Seattle battle back from a 4-1 deficit. They got to Diaz. They got to Colomé. I mean, these guys who have been lights out money all season for Seattle. And in the 10th inning, they lose on a bases loaded walk-off balk. Walk-off balk. I mean, could you imagine a more way to lose a game than with a walk-off balk? Yeesh. Today the Yankees honored their 1998 team. But two of their biggest stars weren't there. I mean, World Series MVP, Scott Brosius, he's currently a coach with the Mariners. And Derek Jeter is just in his Ivy Tower in Miami. And the Yankees looked alike tonight. They did look like the 98 Yankees for a period. They took an 8-0 lead. Severino continued to be shaky, but he got through 5 with the lead. And after the Blue Jays made a little bit of a comeback, then you see the Yankees rebound. Miguel Andujar continues to show why he should be Rookie of the Year with some big hits, doubles, and home runs. I mean, he's just been absolutely money for the Yankees as Gleyber Torres has come down to earth. Miguel Andujar has taken the mantle as the top rookie in the American League. And meanwhile, Giancarlo Stanton, is there anyone hotter than him? I mean, he seems like he's hitting a home run every game now. And he just put one into orbit today. Although the Yankees were not able to gain any ground, as the Red Sox won yet again. Although not everything is rosy in Boston. J.D. Martinez hit his Major League leading 38th home run as they beat the Rays 5-2, but they're forced to put Chris Sale back on the disabled list after just one start back. You know, the smart thing right now is just to keep Sale on the disabled list. Let him rest up to maybe the middle of September and make 3 or 4 starts down the stretch. I mean, he probably still should win the Cy Young unless someone has in September that's just lights out and record-breaking. But the major thing for the Red Sox is for Chris Sale to be healthy, strong, and ready to go once October arrives. Elsewhere, the Oakland A's are now in a tie for first place as they absolutely destroyed the Astros on Saturday, 7-1. Big start by Trevor Cahill, who only allowed 1 hit over 7 innings. It was the Marlins beating the Nationals in a back-and-forth game, 7-5. The Washington Nationals. What a mess. The Pirates beat the Cubs 3-1, snapping a losing streak. Cubs had come in with looking for 3 straight shutouts. The Royals beat the White Sox 3-1 in a game where the biggest highlight was a nun throwing out the first pitch. That tells you about those two teams. That's all you need to know about that. Tigers beat the Twins 7-5. Reds beat the Giants 7-1. It was the Angels saying, "Thank heaven we won 11-7." Padres unveiled a statue of Trevor Hoffman, retired his number, and beat the Diamondbacks 7-6 on a walk-off single by Villanueva. And it was the Orioles doubling up the Indians 4-2 on a 3-run homer by Jonathan Villar. You know, it seems to me the Brewers made a little bit of a mistake trading Villar for Jonathan Schoop. Jonathan Schoop has been not good since going to Milwaukee, while Villar has been solid in Baltimore. Today's 3 stars are Trevor Cahill of the Athletics, who went 7 innings with 1 hit, no runs allowed, and no earned runs allowed, and 7 strikeouts. Jacob deGrom, complete game, 7 hits allowed also, with no earned runs allowed and 9 strikeouts. And hey diddle diddle, JT Riddle, who had 4 RBI in the Marlins win in Washington. Today's birthday shutout goes to perhaps the best kicker of all time, Morton Anderson, who turns 58. And we take a look back to 1969, when Ken Holtzman threw a no. Now, what's the extra no for, you might ask? No strikeouts. One of only 3 no-hitters in Major League Baseball history there were no strikeouts in the game. Where the person throwing a no-hitter did not throw a strikeout. He did it all, so all 27 outs were done by their 8 men behind him. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and the Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Sunday, if you haven't listened to Allow Me to Be Frank yet, do it now. I mean, what's Sunday? What else are you going to do? Mets don't play to 8 o'clock. They're in Williamsport. Good day.